Hey, what's happening? This is Jerry with Wealth Dynamics. I want to thank you for tuning in today. And I want to share with you what I do in your life. I help you build wealth so that you can eliminate scarcity in your life and own your potential. Now, this can't happen if you're trying to think about it. Now, what do I mean by think about it? Oftentimes, my team works with you or tries to work with you, and you tell us things like, hey, this sounds great, but I need to think about it. Yeah, I know I need to do something about my finances, but man, I need to just think about it before I make a decision. Let me tell you why you don't need to think about it. Okay, I'm going to break this down 4 points. Number one, I want you right now to think about an elephant. Just think about it. Think about an elephant. Boom, you got it. You saw an elephant. Okay, think about this wristband on my arm right now. Do you see that in your head? Did you get that? Think about it. Think about my shoe. Okay, did you get that one too? Yeah, you did. Thought is instantaneous. You don't need to think about anything. You need to make a decision. Now, I'm going to share with you what's really going on when you say to my team or to myself, hey, I need to think about it. You're really saying two things. A, I don't believe you. I don't think this is going to work. Or B, I don't think I'm actually going to use this. Now, I'm going to handle the first one first. The I don't think this is going to work. I don't blame you. And here's why. Anytime the financial guy has come over to see you, it hasn't worked. It's never worked. It never has in the past. You've always ended up with the same product from the same kind of guy. They give you the insurance or the mutual fund or the whatever, and it doesn't really do what it says it's going to do. And you think it's all bullcrap anyways. You're just doing it because somebody told you it was the right answer. And then it doesn't work. So why would you think my plan would work? So let me tell you, you think insurance isn't going to work. You think the mutual funds aren't going to work. You think the retirement plan is not going to work. You think all of it is just kind of gimmicks and it's just what you're told to do and it's the right thing. I agree. I agree with you. None of those things work. I think most of those are terrible ideas. I don't actually agree with anything that the financial services industry does, and that's why you need to meet with me. Okay, what if what I said was true? What if only half of it was true? So I tell my clients and I tell my prospects, I can increase your income by 30%. I can guarantee that you increase your savings rate. And I can help you secure 8 to 12% fixed annual returns on your assets within 90 days. What if only half of that was true? It's still better than what you're doing now. So you're going to know in the first 5 minutes of talking to me whether or not what I do works. I can promise you that. So you spend 5 minutes talking to my team and I to potentially have that kind of payoff. I say it's worth it. Now let me handle the real consideration because I know what I do works. The real problem typically lies in the fact that you don't think you're going to use it. You chronically sign up for things, you tell people you're going to do stuff, you tell yourself you're going to do stuff, and then you don't do it. That's the real consideration. So you're afraid. You're not even afraid. You almost know it's going to happen. You already know that this probably will happen, that you're going to sign up for this thing to work with me and my guys. We're going to get you excited and you're going to get motivated and then you're going to be pumped for 2 or 3 days and then you're really not going to do anything. You're going to tell us you are, but you're not going to. And then I'm going to call you and I'm going to pump you back up and maybe try and motivate you. And you're going to tell me that you're struggling and that you just need some stuff, some motivation from me. And then I'm going to tell you a few things, and then you're going to get happy and motivated again. And then you're not going to do anything. And eventually, after enough of this cycle happening, you're just going to stop taking my calls because you know you have no intention of actually making a change. That's really why you don't want to meet. Because if it did work, that's what we're left with. You wouldn't use it. You wouldn't follow through. Okay? So again, I don't blame you because the stuff in the past hasn't been worth you following through on. If none of it works, why would you follow through? If it was just a mediocre plan, why would you want to follow through? It's like, hey, you're going to do all this work and it's going to be decent. No, you need to know, hey, I'm going to do all of this work and it's going to be worth it. I'm going to have a life by design. I'm going to own my potential. I'm going to eliminate and eradicate poverty and scarcity in my life. That's worth it. So that's my job, actually. If you don't use it, that's my fault. So when I'm working with you, I'm going to give you the information you need. I'm going to give you everything you need so you only have to show up, work hard, and listen. And if the payoff is great enough and if your desire for change is great enough, I think you're going to find a way to change your habits and do it anyways. And I'm going to coach you through that. Okay? Now, when you look at this whole thing, the result of this is you're thinking about the wrong stuff, saying, hey, I need to think about it, trying to stall the issue. You're thinking about the wrong stuff. So I want you to think about this. You're 300-something years old. You've been dead for 200 years. You come back to Earth and you're about to meet your great-great-grandkid for the first time. And you're thinking about what you're going to tell this guy. And you're like, man, I'm going to sit down with him and it's going to be awesome. I'm going to share so much wisdom with this kid. And I can't wait to meet him. And you sit down, and before you can even open your mouth, your great-great-grandkid says, who the hell are you? And you're like, no, what do you mean? I'm your great-great-grandfather. Or I'm your great-great-grandmother. And he says, no, you're not, because if you were, wouldn't I know who you are? Now, before I tell you any more of that story, let me tell you that will happen for the majority of you. And if that bothers you, let me tell you why that's going to happen. At the rate you're going, at the very best, all you're on track to do is pay off your house and your car and live comfortably in retirement. Why in the world would anyone remember you for that? Why would your grandkids be excited about you? Just be like, oh yeah, my grandpa paid off his house. Oh yeah, my grandma, she went to Florida before she died. Like, that's not worth remembering. That's not a legacy. You need to be doing things that are big, and you can't do any of those big things that will get you remembered right now because you're trading your time for money, living a mediocre, meager existence. So you need to think about this. What's my potential? Am I living up to it? Will I be remembered? What will I be remembered for? Is it just paying off a house? Is it just the fact that you got to retire when you were 60 and enjoy the golden years? I don't think that's why you're alive. And I think you know that. I think you try and make sense of why that's the case. Okay? Nobody does it. Oh, nobody does that. I don't know anybody that's done that. That doesn't mean you shouldn't. So here's what I want to do. I want to have you meet with my team. You can already tell I'm different. I'm not going to sit down and talk to you about mutual funds and all that other stuff. I'm going to talk to you about your life and your goals and the legacy that you want to leave behind. So we're going to sit down. We're going to go over this stuff together. I'm going to help you build a plan. We're going to do what the plan says. I'm going to coach you through that and teach you how to do the things you said you wanted to do. And we're going to make a legacy. We're actually going to send something out there into the universe that gets remembered by your great-great-grandkids. And they're going to say, I can't wait to meet this guy. I can't wait to meet this lady. If you want to have that happen in your life, I want you to click the link below right now. I'm going to post an article this very second. And I want you to tune in and I want you to read that article. At the bottom of that article, if you are the person I'm talking to, and you're like, man, I want to be remembered for my life, the logical thing for you to do is at the bottom of that article, click here where it says click here and submit a contact request. My team will reach out to you, we'll get on the phone and figure out how to make that happen, and then we're going to make it happen. Okay? So stop thinking about it. You're not thinking about it. You're really just wavering and wafting on a decision. Make the decision. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Have a fantastic day. I will talk to you later.